Intro music begins, upbeat and inspiring, then fades to the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's literally been etched into history. In a world obsessed with what's new and next, we're going to talk about someone who represents timeless dedication. A living legend who has seen more trends come and go than any of us can imagine. Forget fleeting fads. We're talking about a legacy inked in skin. This is the remarkable story of the world's oldest living tattoo artist. So, who is this incredible individual? Meet Wango Diogué, also known as Maria Ogué. Deep in the mountainous region of Boscolon, a remote village in the Philippines, Wango practices an ancient art form that has been passed down through generations. She is not just a tattoo artist, she is a Mambabatok, a master of the traditional Kalinga tattooing technique. And at over 100 years old, she is the last of her kind. Imagine a world without electric tattoo machines, without sterile needles from a package, without digital design stencils. The art of batik is raw, primal, and deeply connected to nature and spirituality. The ink, it's a mixture of charcoal and water. The needle, a thorn from a pomelo tree, attached to a bamboo stick. The method, Wango taps this instrument onto the skin with a small bamboo hammer, rhythmically driving the ink into the dermis, dot by painstaking dot. It's a sound that has echoed through these mountains for 1,000 years. This isn't just about getting a cool design. In Kalinga culture, these tattoos, or fatok, were historically earned. For men, they signified bravery in battle, marking them as headhunting warriors who had protected their village. Each symbol told a story of valor and status. For women, the tattoos were symbols of beauty, fertility, and strength. Intricate patterns of centipedes, ferns, and geometric lines would adorn their arms, chests, and backs, seen as a form of cosmetic enhancement and a way to attract a worthy husband. These tattoos weren't just decoration. They were a vital part of one's identity and a rite of passage. Wango began her journey as a tattooist when she was just a teenager, learning the craft from her father, who was also a master man. This was revolutionary at the time, as the art form was traditionally passed down only through the male lineage. But her father saw her passion and talent and broke with tradition, choosing her as his successor. For decades, she tattooed the warriors and women of her own community and the surrounding villages. She inked symbols of protection on those who defended their homes and adorned the skin of generations of women preparing for womanhood. But, as the 20th century progressed, the modern world began to creep in. The headhunting practice ceased, and with it, the core reason for the men's warrior tattoos faded. Younger generations started moving to the cities, drawn by new opportunities and a different way of life. The intricate body art of their ancestors began to be seen as old-fashioned. For a time, it seemed the ancient art of batik was destined to disappear with its last master. Wango found herself with fewer and fewer Kalinga people to tattoo. The rhythmic tapping in Boscolon grew quiet. And then, something amazing happened. The world found Wango. In 2007, an American anthropologist named Dr. Lars Krutak featured her in his documentary series, Tattoo Hunter. Suddenly, this remote village and its centenarian artist were thrust into the global spotlight. Word spread like wildfire. Travelers, tattoo enthusiasts, and history lovers from every corner of the globe began making the arduous journey to Boscolon. The pilgrimage is no small feat. It involves a long bus ride from Manila, followed by a bumpy motorcycle journey up winding mountain roads, and finally, a strenuous hike through rice terraces and forests to reach the village. Yet, they come in droves. Hundreds of people a week, all hoping to be tattooed by a living legend. They wait patiently, sometimes for days, for their turn to receive a piece of living history on their skin. The primary design offered to visitors is a simple pattern of 3 dots. These 3 dots represent Wangodi and her 2 grandnieces, Grace Palikas and Eliang Wigan, who she is now training as her successors. By getting these 3 dots, visitors are not just getting a tattoo. They are carrying a piece of Wangard's legacy and contributing to the continuation of this ancient art. This global attention has completely transformed Bas Kalam. What was once a quiet, isolated farming village is now a bustling hub of cultural tourism. The influx of visitors has brought new economic opportunities to the community. Villagers have opened homestays, small shops, and act as guides for the cars. The art of Batok, once on the brink of extinction, is now the village's lifeblood. It's a powerful reminder of how preserving culture can also create a sustainable future. Of course, this newfound fame comes with its own set of challenges. There are debates about cultural appropriation, the commercialization of a sacred tradition, and the environmental impact of tourism on this once pristine region. But Wangode, with the wisdom of her years, seems to take it all in stride. She sees the visitors not just as customers, but as a way to ensure her art form survives. By tattooing people from all over the world, she is planting seeds of her culture across the globe. The most crucial part of this story's modern chapter is the passing of the torch, because the Mambo Batok tradition can only be passed down through a bloodline. Wangodi has been meticulously training her grandnieces, Grace and Eliang. They started learning as children, just as she did, and are now skilled artists in their own right. They help manage the long lines of visitors and tattoo alongside their grand-aunt, ensuring that the rhythmic tapping of the batak will continue to be heard in Boscawen long after Wangodi lays down her tools. The tradition is now safe. In 2018, Wangodi was awarded the Dangle NG Haraya Award, a prestigious national honor for her significant contribution to Filipino arts and culture. She's been featured on the cover of Vogue, a testament to her status as a global icon of beauty, strength, and cultural heritage. Her face, etched with the wrinkles of time and the tattoos of her youth, tells a story more profound than any book. Her hands, though frail, are steady and sure, a direct link to 1,000 years of history. Wangard's story is a powerful lesson for all of us. It's about resilience, the importance of preserving our heritage, and the incredible impact one person can have on the world. She didn't seek fame. She simply dedicated her life to her craft, to her community, and to an art form she believed in. And in doing so, she saved it from being lost to time and became an international symbol of cultural perseverance. She is a true master, a national treasure, and an inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey to the mountains of the Philippines. What do you think of Wangard's story? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration into amazing stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious.